This is a podcast from BFM 89.9, the business station.
8:37 a.m. You're listening to The Morning Run with Shazana Shouning and Keith. In the meantime, let's talk about MCMC asking telcos for user data. Last Friday, it was reported that the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission had asked telcos to share mobile phone data with the agency.
According to the MCMC Deputy Managing Director, Dato' Zulkarnain Muhammad Yassin, the Cabinet approved the collection of mobile phone data in 2023, and the data they receive from mobile network operators cannot be used to identify or trace individuals. This data collection is aimed at providing insights into population dynamics, economic activities, and information and communication technology trends.
Telcos such as Celcom DG have since come out to reassure consumers that their privacy will be protected throughout this initiative. But what exactly is this data that MCMC is collecting? What will it be used for? And is there anything here that Malaysians should feel or should be concerned about?
To help us understand the issue at hand, we have on the line with us Amin Ashari, CEO and co-founder of the tech news platform soyachinchao.com. Amin, good morning. Thanks as always for joining us. So as mentioned, it was revealed just last week that MCMC is asking telcos for detailed records of phone calls and internet usage. What do we know about what kind of data that constitutes, and why does MCMC need it?
Hello guys, good morning. Always happy to be here, and it's going to be an interesting discussion today. What data? Well, MCMC says the data is anonymized, so they're looking for a unique identifier in terms of my phone number. Okay, so it's not my phone number, but okay, there's an identifier. They are looking at timestamps, so they know when I'm accessing the data or when I'm accessing the network. They're looking for cell tower location data, so they know where I am, and they know what type of services I'm using on the network. So whether it's a phone call or whether it's an internet transaction. So although MCMC says it's anonymized, I think that it's a technical term. So currently, the data set that they've provided, and during the briefing that we had with them, they showed a table of, okay, this is the data that we're collecting. It's technically pseudonymized.
Right.
So what it means is, although I don't know who that person is, it is still unique. So let's say the set is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the data set, right? So if I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 multiple times at a certain time period, at a certain location, I can infer that that person always goes to this location. So for me, that's the scary part.
Why does MCMC want this information? Did they give any clarity as to what they intend to use this anonymized information for?
Okay, so officially they said that it's for network planning, tourism analysis, but clearly it's more than just big data here. It's more than just knowing how many people go to one location. It's more than just knowing, how many people is accessing 4G network, for example. It's specifically profiling. Because again, if my phone number is 12345 and I'm pseudonymized to ABCD, and I know that every morning I will access the internet at 8 o'clock at this location. And if it's frequent enough, then the data set can tell me, hey, this person might be living here because he's accessing this data every morning at the same time. And that's scary for me. And I don't know why they need this data. And the biggest issue I have is MCMC has just confirmed that, hey, I can't opt out from this.
Okay, so this move by MCMC, and bearing in mind that there was a major data leak in 2017, how much more concerned, how much scarier would it be?
I am really worried about this, to be honest. So in 2017, 46 million telco records were leaked. It was linked to an MCMC managed system. The vendor of the system, Numera, MCMC has terminated the contract, but the vendor sued back, and apparently they won. And MCMC was ordered to pay over 100 million ringgit back to Numera. And the biggest issue is there is no accountability. So who's responsible if there is a data leak? Who's accountable? What actions can be taken? And we in Malaysia have been plagued with a number of data leaks from major government agencies. In 2023, My Sejahtera had a major data leak with millions of data leak. Our national registration system was leaked as well, and throughout all these leaks, there was no accountability, no action taken, and everybody is pointing fingers. So now with this data that I cannot opt out, and it's very personal, that it knows where I am, it knows when I access the data. I'm very concerned about how safe is this data.
Just to clarify, is this data collected by MCMC covered under the Personal Data Protection Act 2010?
Well, I think we all know that there is a loophole in the PDPA. Government sectors are immune from what is under PDPA. It only covers the private sector. So MCMC is exempt under Section 45 of the PDPA. That means they have power to collect the data, they have power to do whatever they want with the data, and there is no oversight, there is no responsibility or accountability. And again, I don't know about you guys, but even talking about this, and I've been having discussion with my team members and a lot of people, it is really worrying.
At this point of time, yeah, it's a big issue to wrap our heads around, right? At this point of time, how, I suppose, long-standing is this project going to be? Because the initial reports say that the data requested was for the first 3 months of this year. Is this going to be a continuous process? Is it a one-off thing? Will they be going back even further in time for for phone records? What do we know exactly about how this could shape up moving forward?
We don't know. So for now, when we asked the question, so the news broke out on Friday because of a leak, and then it was in damage control mode. MCMC had to issue a statement, and then on Monday, yesterday, they called the media for a briefing. When they called the media for a briefing, we asked a lot of questions, and it wasn't clear. So at first, they mentioned that this is a mandate by the cabinet that we can access this data for big data and for tourism purposes, blah blah blah. And then we drilled further, and then we were told that, hey, this is a pilot test. And then when I asked, if it's a pilot test, why wasn't I informed earlier that a pilot test was going to be conducted? And is there an option for me to opt out from this pilot test? And then I was told, the data is not your data. The data is collected from the telcos. And then I asked, where did the telco get the data from? From the public. Then I said, so is there an option for me to opt out? And the frank answer I got was, you can turn off your phone. So for me, yes, exactly. And for me, the big issue here is my concerns are not addressed. The public's concerns are not addressed. Number one, why weren't we told from the beginning that, hey, we have this mandate and we're going to do this pilot test, so be ready, blah, blah, blah. Why wasn't that done? And that was always the case when MCMC wants to do a survey. It's always done that way. And why aren't we told that, the pilot test period is from A to B, and after that, we will do a study of the pilot test results, and we will start with the actual data collection at this period in time. That wasn't informed. And the biggest issue is there is no opt-out mechanism. And for me, I don't want my data to be tracked. I don't want people to know when I'm accessing my network, where and where. And they say that, your name is not there, your IC number is not there. Yes, but an identifier that is linked to a person is there. And if I can drill down enough, it is very possible for me to extract that data.
I mean, do you know of any way that we can, we as consumers and users whose data are going to be used by the government in such a way that we can highlight our concerns a little more vocally?
Well, in my part, I'm writing as much as possible to raise the concern. I'm talking as much as possible. I guess you can talk to your representative. We can highlight to our Minister of Communication and see if there's any changes. I guess if public applies enough pressure, maybe it can change. But I am skeptical about this. But again, I'm trying my hard to make sure that. I'm all for improving things because of data. I'm a data geek. I love using data to improve on things. I love to trial and error, but there must be consent. And there must be
Right.
permission, and there must be a way for me to say, oh, no, I don't want to be involved in this.
Right.
And these parameters are not there.